Hey everybody, welcome back to Trinity Dairy. Don't forget to like, share, leave a comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Today is October 4th, 2025. It's pretty hot out today. It's supposed to be like 87 degrees I think today, and it's windy. And we are dry. The ground is really dry. We haven't hardly had any rain for quite a while. And the corn is definitely showing it. We just started chopping. I chopped my first load. Paul's heading out with that now. I'll kind of show you what some of this corn is looking like. So this field that we're chopping on, that we're starting with, this corn is really bad. You can tell it looks a lot drier than what it is. I was kind of worried it was just going to be like sawdust, but that first load that Paul's hauling off, I checked that. It actually feels it's got a lot of moisture in it. So I think it's, moisture wise, it's about perfect. I think the leaves have kind of dried out from this hot, dry wind, but this field here really took this dry weather hard. Of course, this field's been corn for a few years in a row. So that doesn't help hold the moisture in it either. And this field had a little bit, the weed stress. By the time I got this field sprayed, it was about knee high when I sprayed it, and it was pretty weedy, but the corn looked good, but it never really came out of it. This stuff here is actually about average height for this field. It's probably shoulder high to me. There's places where it's probably knee high to me. Then you get down in a dip where it had moisture, and then it's not too bad, but it seems like it does have some ears on it. There's a lot of corn in the silage, so I think it'll make all right silage. I was planning on picking this field, but it's just not going to make picking corn with as small ears as it has, so it's going to do better for silage. And this is probably 25-30 acres. That's pretty much like this. Most of my other fields are really nice, but they're a little bit lower soil, or heavier soil I should say. Not necessarily heavier, but lower spots, and they got sprayed a little bit earlier, so they didn't have the weed stress, and a different variety of corn, which makes a little difference too, I would imagine. But so yeah, we're gonna get this chopped off and get this in the bag. You can see on the one Badger wagon there, I've got the roof off of it, just because the tin on these wagons is shot and it needs to be replaced. So that's kind of what we're in the process of doing, is getting the tin off and getting them replaced. The big wagon still got the tin on. Of course, it's kind of slid back and all over the place, funky. So that one's going to be coming off too, but I was hoping to have tin on it before we got started chopping, but with as dry as it is, I wanted to get chopping, so that's what we're going to do. I should also probably mention that I did put a new rear upper feed roller in this chopper, and the smooth roll scraper and the backing piece for that scraper, because if you remember from chopping hay, we had all kinds of trouble with it. And of course I can't get this to open now, but I had video of replacing all this stuff and everything we did, and the camera lost all the footage, so I don't have any video of showing the install. But you can see the new roller there. I got these parts from a place called the Chopper Shop in Colby, Wisconsin, and they were really helpful. They did a really nice job of getting me stuff, got it quick. The parts fit really nice, and so far it seems like it's working good. Of course, it's harder to tell with corn, and especially with this shorter corn, the chopper's taking it in really well because you're not overloading it. But yeah, I think my biggest problem with the haylage that we were having was not so much even the smooth roll scraper, but I think the backing plate behind it, because most of that was gone. So there was a big gap between the cutter bar and that scraper that I think was just filling up with hay. So I think this is going to be a totally different machine once we maybe get it into some hay again next year. But anyway, I just wanted to show you that and what I did there. Now we'll get back chopping. chopping again today. It's October 9th. We got our first bag finished. We're just starting on our second bag here. I've only got 2 loads in there. You'll notice that bag is black in color, where this one is white. The reason for that being is when we put this bag on the bagger, it was boxed backwards. So we put it on the way it said to put it on for silage, and it wound up being inside out. So versus trying to take it off and not get the bag all messed up, we just left it on and went with it that way. I don't think it's going to hurt anything. I know I've covered silage piles with black plastic before and it never made any difference, but we'll see what happens. This bag was the same way, actually. This one was in the box backwards too, but we caught it right away, so we switched it around. I've never used these bags before. They're called the green bag. I know there's a few other channels I've seen that use them, but so we're giving them a try. They were a good price on them. They seem to be good plastic, so just had to watch and make sure they were boxed the right way. But we got a good hard frost. Not last night, the night before. It was down in like the low 20s. So the corn is shutting down now. It all killed. There's quite a bit of moisture in it yet. I mean, the kernels feel nice and soft, and you know, the plants, the leaves will start to die right now, so it'll be looking really brown as we're chopping, but the moisture in it seems plenty good yet. So chopper seems to be working good. Everything seems to be working all right, so hopefully that holds out. We definitely will have enough for one more bag. I don't know, I will have a little bit of room in the one silo, so I might put some in the silo. We'll see what's left after we finish this bag. But anyway, we just got this load unloaded. My dad's out chopping now, so when he gets that load, we'll get another one going.
Oh, it is wet. You can feel it's wet.
Yeah.
So it looks good?
Yeah. But it'll dry fast with that frost now, so we're going to get it in the bag.